All right, test, test, test. Okay, looks like everything is working fine. Good evening, everyone. I hope you are doing well. We are back again with the weekly Friday live stream, and today we will try to capture Harrenhal, which is a level 4 keep. Now, of course, we have already taken one level 4 keep today, but I did not have time to stream it. I was quite busy at work. So this one we took today. Honestly, it was really difficult, and I think some of my dragons don't even have recovered the stamina from that yet. So yeah, we will see how the 20 UTC keep goes. The good thing is we have a couple of dragons in the base who are still fresh, and the bases are very close here, so I suppose we should be fine. But yeah, these level 4 keeps are very tough. The armies are strong. There's 167 million siege, which is insane, right? So definitely not easy at all. So yeah, we took the Castle Rock today. I got a couple of hits in. Yeah, each hit from me takes out roughly one army, which, you know, considering I have a couple of adult dragons already, that's definitely pretty tough, right? I mean, the losses are obviously okay because my team is designed around consistent damage and low losses, right? So I didn't have enough time to reinforce there, and as I said, I was busy, so I just hit a couple of times. You can see I can get in quite a few good hits with the main team, and yeah. But I mean, the defenders are tough. Like if we look here, we are fighting basically 5-star full legendary dragons, right? And I mean, that's no joke at this stage of the game. So yeah, just wanted to point it out quickly, and I think it's time to attack. Yep, so let's go in, let's see what we can do. Let's disable this warning. Don't forget to leave a like and a comment and subscribe. I appreciate it. I also saw a couple more YouTube comments. I will talk about some of them after we have hopefully taken this keep. Okay, so we already got our 2 hits in. Now we will reinforce because we are close. So Caraxes did some nice damage on this team. So Crimson into Caraxes is very annoying because he mitigates his damage by a lot. Yeah, so that's a very annoying dragon to face. And here we shoot through, yeah, basically 2.5 armies. So you can see my main team is functioning exactly as I want to. 1 star more on Crimson, and I avoid draws like this, right? But I mean, this is very good. We didn't have a counter here. I'm really happy with this team. Like, I think this is the low to medium spender team to aim for. You always have your consistent damage. You have good damage mitigation versus fire, right? So it's definitely not bad, right? Okay, so let's reinforce here. We have to disable all of these warnings. Okay, and there are 20 armies left, which is quite a lot. So, yeah, I mean, if a player of my caliber can take out roughly 1 of these armies, sometimes 2, it's not gonna be so easy, right? Especially if you didn't spend money yet, or you know the Kraken. These armies can be very tough, and I think that's good, kind of, because forces like the faction to work together, right? It encourages people to show up. So like these level 4, level 5 keeps, King's Landing is level 5, right? These are pretty tough. I think we will struggle on the siege, honestly. I saw like 44, this is, yeah, a bit over 50-60 armies. There are a couple of players who have the bases close, of course, but yeah, we'll see if they send from the base directly. I'm not sure. I will switch out my siege armies once they are empty. Like I said, I have a couple of dragons in the base who are still fresh, so I will do my best to siege a lot. And yeah. Okay, so a couple more seconds and then we will hit again. You can see here, like, my Vega killed 2.5 armies and we lost roughly a quarter, which means I could hit again without reinforcing, right? So it's definitely possible to have multiple hits without reinforcing, but you have to structure your team carefully to be able to do that. Caraxes is not able to do this, right? Caraxes, he always loses a lot of troops, but he does more damage. That's the trade-off. Is the strategy better or more exciting than Rise to War? I think it's too early to comment on that. I like this game. I think it has a lot of potential. Any tile-based game is always going to be friendly towards people who don't want to spend a lot of money, right? Here we have the Caraxes hit again, and it's a good hit, right? But you can see, like, Caraxes loses in 1 hit basically what my Vega loses in 2, right? Vega is tough as an opponent, so this is also not a bad report. So yeah, I wouldn't say I like this game. I think this is quite similar to Rise to War 1.0. I think there are some things that are better in this game than in Rise to War. I think there are some things that are worse, but it's definitely too early to say if the strategy is better, because at the end of the day, like, people are just kind of learning this game for now. There's not really heavy opposition yet, right? So once the wars between coordinated alliances start, I think that's when you will be able to see or determine if you think this game is strategically better. I think it has the potential to be strategically better than Rise to War. I think Rise to War was not very strategically sophisticated in 1.0, to be honest. A lot of my teammates agree with that, I would say. So I think this game has some things that are better, like I said, and some things that are worse. And once we fight against other coordinated 50 people teams, that's when we will see if the strategy really matters a lot. So yeah. Okay, so I think we cleared the armies, very nice. So now it's time for siege. I guess one of our Krakens took out a bunch, but yeah, we got some good hits in. I'm very happy with these reports. I think it's very solid. I haven't upgraded any of the dragon habits yet, right? Or habitats, or whatever they are called. Let's see, what are they called again? I think they're called Dragon Habits, actually. Does it say this here? No, but I'm pretty sure they're called Dragon Habits, yeah. Yeah, so I will focus on this one. Like I said in my last video, I think this one is a very good one to upgrade, and I will definitely focus on this one as well. But I will wait until the end of the season to see if there are any changes or if there are any new dragons or anything like this. And there's, I mean, on this server I don't need to min-max, right? So everything is good. Alright, cool. So I should not get too distracted with writing stuff. But this siege will take a while. I mean, 167 million siege, while you are restricted to 5 armies per person and 50 players in one alliance. That's a lot, right? 167 million siege. Like, these keeps are actually really, really tough. Like, if you're not... Like, we have a bunch of people who have spent a lot of money already, right? Like, at least 6, 7. Then we have a bunch of people who've spent, like, a moderate amount of money. And then we have a couple of lower spenders or free-to-play players. And like, we probably would struggle to take this keep without any of the other teams in our faction, right? So we are restricted to 50 people per warband, so this is definitely not easy at this stage. And King's Landing is going to be even tougher, so... These keeps are very beefy, and what I'm saying is, like, in an active war, if like a team is defending a keep like this, it's gonna be really hard to take, right? Because, like I said, you have to siege this, like, even if you have 200 people showing up, you have to send at least like 5, 6, well, probably more, 7, 8 waves of siege, right? Until you get this. Not to mention that you draw multiple armies, and the armies are very tough to break, so these keeps are beefy for sure. Which will make the PvP maybe a bit more interesting, also strategically. What I also noticed is these keeps have very long protection. So this one, the Casterly Rock, we took it today at I think at 1430 UTC. So basically quite a couple of hours earlier, right? This one we took at 20 UTC, so 5 hours and 30 minutes ago, and this keep still has protection, right? So once you capture something like this, there's a very, very long protection, which is also interesting, right? So there are definitely some things that are quite different compared to Rise of War. And of course here you don't have the user-friendly interface yet, right? You can't just select a siege army and click the plus 9 times or 10 times and then go away. You have to manually siege these objectives, right? Which takes a decent amount of time. So yeah. Okay, for the siege armies I also have a comment. The siege boost is definitely very important. We can see the levels of my siege armies are all the same. Here I have 2 times the siege boost, which gives me 333,000 total siege damage roughly. If you compare this to this army, same level, siege debuff, 1 siege buff, it's obviously much lower, right, at 79,000. And if we compare it to this army, which has 1 siege plus and 1 siege minus, it's 88,000 per hit, right? So this is a pretty big difference, like 111,000. So I'm still like thinking and rearranging stuff a bit as to what dragons are best for siege, and I will probably comment on this later down the line. Like I said, with my main team I'm very happy. I don't think I'm going to change anything. I like the range troops, they are very good. I like the percentage chance boost on the commands, which Sivan gives me. I like the taunt from Vega, and I like the stun chance and the fire damage reduction from Crimson. So I'm very happy with my A team. And the B team is the Caraxes team that basically all of the Krakens have invested in, right? So that team is also fine. I also have a nice Cyrex, Caraxes, and Vaeldra. They're not bad. I just noticed that you do have decent losses with them from time to time, right? I mean, a report like this is very good, don't get me wrong. We also only got 2 Infernal Bursts here. Crimson reduces my fire damage, right? So this is a pretty good report still, but this army eats a lot more troops than my main team currently. So yeah, I mean, this report is really, really good, right? Like, I really like this army. I just think this army is like one of the best armies you can have right now. So yeah. Okay, we are still sieging here. I think my siege is now out of stamina, so I will recall them and switch. They have done a good job today on 2 level 4 keeps, so we can give them a rest. In this game, of course, there is no recuperation, right? So you can just switch out the troops freely. It is absolutely not a problem. While we are doing this, I will also recall Vega and Caraxes and go farm some mobs with them. And yeah, hopefully the people here switch out the siege as well, and then we should be fine. But like I said, like doing this with just 50 people is definitely very hard. 167 million siege is crazy. And I have all of the boosts concerning siege, so I've upgraded all of this, right? Take a look here. I think it's under war tactics. Oh, it's not maximized yet, actually. I have 3 more points to maximize, but basically, I mean, this is just 2% differences, right? So we're pretty much like at the top of the siege. I've used the meat to feed all of my siege armies to the maximum level, which is level 42, right? On Shimmer, I did run out of meat. We can put them to 43 now, apparently. Interesting. Okay. But yeah, I mean, 40 plus, right? That's, at this stage of the season, that's very, very solid for the siege. So, yeah. Okay, so I'll switch my siege armies. Which dragons do I even have left? So, Thunderstrike, Jägerdrix, Antares, Vesper, Salt Striker, and Vebrorin. Okay, so we can make 2 more siege teams. These are a bit lower because the blue dragons are just very hard to play. Their stats are very bad and their uses are not very good. So. I could also siege with Vega, but yeah, I mean, to be honest, I'm not doing anything with these dragons right now anyway, so I can siege with those guys as well. It's not really a huge deal. I just need to remember my armies, so I'll take a quick screenshot here. I know there is an army structure interface where you can save stuff, but I didn't have time to look at this yet, so I'm not going to use it. I'm just gonna throw these guys in here. Sweet. And we go for the siege troops, of course. And we're gonna switch out these guys as well. With Antares, Jägerdrix, and Thunderstrike. Beautiful. And then, yeah, if need be, I can send Vega to siege as well, but we'll see first if this is enough. But yeah, I think this game needs a couple more dragons. That's really a big thing, and it wouldn't be a bad idea to add a couple of more army slots as well. Maybe even just 1 more, so that people can bring just more armies when they are playing, right? I think that would be pretty nice. But yeah. Okay, so we got this down to 38 million, which is pretty good. I think we don't need to siege with the mains here, so I am going to send them hunting for mobs. We need to use up our resolve, right? I do believe they should add more level 50 dragon mobs. It's sometimes very hard to find them, and it takes a long time to get to them, right? Which is not optimal. This should be a daily task that is completed quickly, where you don't have to spend a lot of time. So that would be nice, but yeah. We also got a nice gift this season. The developers sent us 100 breed marks of the different types, which was very nice to see. And they have removed the iron cores, the cores from the hatchery, from the chests, right? Which is a very good change. I'm happy they reverted this. And they've also stated there will be more ways to obtain breed marks and cores. So these are all very good changes. I've deleted the system message already, but you will always get such messages in this area, right? So yeah, I mean, this is in all my years of playing Rise to War, I don't remember a time where the developers gifted us something significantly. So obviously this is a positive thing that I wanted to mention as well. Okay, yeah, 30 seconds, then we can siege. It's down to 26 million, so we will definitely get a few hits in. And I think for King's Landing later on, I will just relocate down there if that is possible. This is 243 million siege. Jesus. And 36,000 armies. What did we have here? These were... oh, we can't see it. We can check here. 36,000 armies. And these are... What strength are these armies? Let's check. 30,900. Okay, yeah, that's a big difference. That is a pretty big difference. I'm curious if my main team still gets reports like the one I showed here when we hit King's Landing. And same for Caraxes, obviously, for the B team. That will be interesting to see. What country is the company from who owns the game? This game is owned by Warner Brothers, and I believe the developers are in California, so the United States. This is not an Asian game, as far as I am aware. I've also had contact with the support so far. I've had positive experiences with them. So I think, I mean, just from like a quick initial overview, this company seems a lot more competent than NetEase, which is of course also a good sign for this game, right? Yeah, I mean, people are switching out Siege, so that's good. We have a lot of experienced players. Of course, if you are a new player and you like haven't played a game like this before, there's a lot of stuff you will have to learn rather quickly to play with or against the top teams. But yeah, I mean, it's definitely possible. If we look at the map, like, we are currently 8 days away from unlocking King's Landing. We've pretty much taken everything we have wanted to take, right? It's already in the north, and then there were a couple of other warbands that tagged along from Rise to War. I didn't know them actually. Silk, WHTE, and I think 1 or 2 others. But yeah, they've been helping out with some of these keeps as well. Thanks for streaming this game. You are very welcome, my fellow Swiss friend. Good. Okay, yeah, so we've taken pretty much what we wanted to take, like I said. We basically like support the active players in the south, and we have helped them to grab a couple of keeps. Same for the central players. But of course, we will. It's our aim to finish this season with King's Landing, right? And we'll finish a couple more of these keeps here probably. But yeah, I mean, there's not really a need to punish the active players in those factions, right? They can get their rewards as well, the chapter rewards, the seasonal rewards, and then everyone is happy, which is always good. Okay, yeah, so this looks good. We did 2 level 4 keeps today. Like I said, I think they are a lot tougher, so if you don't have people who have spent money and you don't have an organized faction, you will definitely struggle with these keeps. Not easy. And they take considerable amount of time, right? So we started this 21 minutes ago. So, yeah. Be prepared to bring your A game once you go for level 4 keeps. Okay. I think we're pretty much done here. It's lagging a bit. I don't see where my siege armies are. They are currently floating around somewhere. Okay, here they are. There we go. And I think with this last wave we should get it. So how much do these guys do in terms of siege? These guys do 50k per hit. Okay. And these guys have 62k per hit. Okay, that's actually not bad. I mean, considering I didn't level these up and you know, it's blue dragons who have some siege debuffs. This is not that bad. 1 million siege left. Okay, we can hit one more time, I suppose. Okay, we got it now, but yeah, I'll just margin it one more time. Beautiful. Okay, well done team. Well done faction. So those were the level 4 keeps, right? And yeah, now the map looks a little bit more blue. So I don't even know, I'll have to check what other keeps we need for the chapter rewards. I think we need this one, Pike, and I think we need Dragonstone. Let me just take a peek here. I do have to run through this quickly. We finished this chapter. I don't read this story, by the way, because I don't care. So if you want to read that, you know, feel free to do so, but I'm not really into this stuff because it doesn't really matter for the gameplay, so that's why it doesn't really matter for me. Okay, so we need Storm's End we need as well. Okay, so Pike. Aha, okay, we need Pike, River Run, and Storm's End. Okay. So Pike is here. Storm's End is here. And River Run is here, no? Yeah, okay. So I guess we will take River Run next. That's pretty relatively close to our base. So let's take this tomorrow. I think we have 4 days and 17 hours left, so there's really no rush. I'll just announce this for the faction. Tomorrow 20 UTC. There we go. So this is River Run. just take a screenshot on the map and then post it on Discord so that no one is confused, like always. Yeah, we don't have to rush these keeps. If the other factions want to do another one tomorrow, that's fine. We can show up to that one, but yeah, no one has posted it yet, so I guess it doesn't matter. I'm pretty sure we have reached here. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. What did I wanted to go here? Yes, we have reached here. Do we own a ruin here or something? I guess not. So I will announce this. Oh, this actually would be nice. The level 3 castle. Okay, sure. Okay, yeah, so you can see with one keep we essentially finished the... I mean, I already finished this at 14:30 UTC today. But with one keep here you can finish this task quite easily, so that's nice. We are in number 8, very cool. I don't really care about these rankings because at the end of the day, like, only one person can win this, right? I currently don't have the time to play it nerdy and siege all of the keeps every day, so I'm just grabbing the rewards that I can, and I'm okay with it, right? If I want something, I will obtain it anyway. So in terms of the dragons, I mean, I don't really need these rewards desperately. So yeah, but we're currently in 8, which is good. 1.5. Oh, how much is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We did 15 million siege today. I mean, that's pretty cool, right? 15 million siege, not bad. If we take a look here, yeah, this one obviously we can't get it because the time is much too short. There are not enough enemies on the server to fight against, and 3.5 million, even if there were a lot of enemies, this is really hard to achieve. Yeah, so this needs adjustment. It was the same for the previous chapter. Basically impossible to achieve this unless you play every day for 8 to 10 hours and have an old account you can farm, or a friend who gives you free troop kills. But in serious PvP this is completely unachievable in my opinion. So anyone who is winning here is just farming AFK bases, right? Or fighting against very weak players. So not too bothered with this either. This is nice. We'll finish this, of course. The 4 level 4 keeps today, we already did 2, so this is fine. And the dragon hunt is also fine. I think you need to buy the resolve 1 time to get this safely. I think this is worth it because you get 4 keys, which is pretty good for basically minimal investment, right? 100 gold is not a lot. You get 125 back from this anyway, so that's definitely worth it. And the hatchery chests, I mean, of course, this is finished already. As well as the Dragon Star up is also finished. I mean, these things are very easy to achieve, right? So these things are good. This one is bad. And there was another one yesterday or the day before which already disappeared, which was also completely impossible to achieve. That one also needs adjustment. I forgot what it was called, but yeah, I mean, these things should be achievable for free-to-play players who play 4 to 6 hours per day, I would say. That's a very fair request, I think. So if the developers can adjust that, that would be very nice. Yeah, for the mob sweeping, since people ask me what my level 50 reports look like, my A team always looks like this pretty much. Sometimes Crimson has a bit more damage, sometimes Sivon has a bit less damage, right? But basically very low losses. So even if there's no advantage, it's perfectly fine. And for Caraxes, yeah, it looks like this pretty much most of the time. We got 4 procs here, so a little bit lucky, I guess. Yeah, like I said, Caraxes always loses some troops. That's unavoidable, even if you whale this team out. And this is because Eldra needs to be 10 stars, then you will lose much less troops, but I mean 10 stars, that's... Yeah, I won't have that for a long time. And that's why this is my B team, yeah. I should have almost finished 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 dragons to level 50, so this is the next one obviously, right? We're not that far away here. I think this is maybe one more hit with the wild dragon or something. Let's take a peek here. Yep, there's one. Yep, nice work everyone. Good. Okay. Yeah. Was there anything else I wanted to mention today? I mean, like I said, the pace of the game, I think it's very good. It's pretty slow. Yeah, I think even if there is like PvP, it will be relatively manageable for most people. Meaning, if you have a full-time job and you log in during your free time, you should still do quite well. Like most of us are doing right now. Let me just switch my team spec here as well before I forget. But yeah, some of these short-term restricted events need adjustment. That's not good. But the general pace, I mean, it's very good. I've reached level 50 weeks ago, I think, on my main team, and King's Landing is locked for 8 more days and 17 hours, and it's not like I min-maxed everything and like played every day. So I mean, I did log in every day, but I didn't play nearly as much as in LOTR. So this game is definitely less time consuming, which I think it's good. You also can't buy stamina in this game, right? Very good. In LOTR you can buy stamina, right? There are daily stamina bottles and other things to purchase them, which I was never a fan of, but here you can't do it, right? So if you run out of energy, you run out of energy, and that's it, which we can see here. My Veneter team is out of energy, right? If I go now and I want to take this tile, let's say, it will tell me I cannot, right? We need to wait 8 minutes and 33 seconds. And I really hope they keep it this way, because this is good. You shouldn't be able to buy stamina in games like this, yeah? It's really a big thing. Okay, let me just check if I missed any messages here. Sometimes I don't get these system messages, yeah, so if you message me on here and I don't reply to you, it's just because I did not see your message, yeah. There's also a couple which are empty now, which maybe this, I don't know why they are empty, like people have been messaging me, the ones who appear here have all messaged me, right? So this must be some system problem. Or maybe the messages are wiped after the update. There was this big breed mark update, right? So I guess that's why these are empty. But yeah, you can always message me on Discord at .matix. I've already written it under one of the YouTube comments. Discord, I will always get the message for sure. So that's why I prefer it to get it this way. Yeah, here you can see if I only get one proc, the result is obviously significantly worse, right? But I mean, this is still okay. Like I said, the Vaeldra really needs 10 stars on this team, and Cyrex definitely needs 6 stars because of this amazing title, right? Increases the activate chance of active commands by 4% for the ally with the least troops for 1 round, and applies recovery to them, right? Each time you proc the Blazing Fury, which is really, really nice. Yeah, and Blazing Fury has like 45% chance to activate, right? So good percentage chance here. Okay, now I read the YouTube comment today. Let me just open the video here. can you do a video on the best possible compositions for all 5 army slots? Yes, I can. I will do this later on. I will not do this right now, simply because I am not 100% sure yet which dragons should be used for siege. So if you play in a competitive team, you should have at most 2 main teams, which are PvP teams, right? They clear enemy players and PvE armies. So those will be your Caraxes teams, your Vega teams, right? The really strong dragons that you invest in. And then you should have 3 siege armies, which can also be used as tilers, right? Tiling in wars is very important. Tiling to reach objectives is very important. And I'm not entirely sure yet which 3 dragons or 9 dragons I want to use for siege. So I will hold off a couple of weeks and then I will give my comments on that. I do believe you should try to have dragons there that have a siege buff, right? But currently our options are a bit limited and most of the blue dragons are useless in PvP, if not all of them, but they also have a siege debuff. So it's very hard to find a good place for them, right? So if we look through here, these 2 are neutral, which is good. Antares has a siege debuff, Vespa has a siege debuff, and yeah, only Shadowrend has a siege. Shadowrend and Shimmer have the siege buff, right? So I will definitely swap some stuff around here, and we will see what we can do. Yeah. Okay. I think everyone is happy. Yeah. But yeah, for these level 4 keeps, you need to show up every day, for sure. Or you need to show up for the keep. If you are 50 people in one warp band and you have like 10-15 players who don't show up for these keeps, yeah, it's gonna be tough, for sure. Okay, I think that's everything I wanted to talk about today. Just not a long stream, not a short stream, an average stream. For next week, I will have a bit more time next week. This week I was very busy. I had a lot of work and other commitments that I had to attend to. But next week is a little bit more relaxed, I think. And I will prepare maybe a guide on which dragons I would use for siege. I think that's pretty useful for everyone. And then I will give some more detailed comments about PvP. And yeah, about which matchups you're looking for. And things like this. I think this is always helpful. It's basically like if you've been playing a bit, you already kind of figure out like which dragons are good against which dragons, right? But I'll just try to give a very brief and quick overview on that. Okay, lastly, there is one guy in my Discord server who is developing a tool that everyone is allowed to use. It's currently in the beta phase, so it's not done yet. He has already posted a link. His name on my Discord is Boo. And basically what this tool does is it will show you synergies of dragons, it will show you the skills of dragons, it will show you what troops to use. It's like a very handy tool, I think, once it's finished. And it will be available to everyone to play around with. I will share the link when it's done. I will not share it right now because, as I said, it's in the beta phase. And of course, we don't want to mess with that. We'll give them some more time to get it more developed. And like I said, then I will share it with my community and people can take a look and use it and figure out armies. And this, of course, will also be useful once new dragons are added to the game, because then you can, of course, use this to integrate new dragons into your armies, right? So that will, of course, be good. Okay, I think this is how I played this team off the top of my head. I don't remember it exactly, but I do believe it was like this. Let's take a look quickly. I think Malashite was left. My Carlsbire is unfortunately still very low stars. Yep, that's exactly how I played them. Good. I will just give them the siege because I am logging off for the day after the stream. I'm not playing anymore. This team we stayed the same, and this one was who was in the middle? I think it was Sea Smoke middle, and then I'm not sure if it was Vela left or Fesca left. I can't remember exactly. I don't think it matters a lot, but just to do it correctly in case I need to sweep some mobs with these guys, right? Let's take a look here. Where's the shell? The Sea Smoke here. It was Fesca left and Shimmer right. I see. Okay. So the Vela was on the bench, I guess. Fesca left and Shimmer right. Cool. Alrighty, and this was my... Was this my melee team? No, this is my horses team, right? And this one... Isn't this also a horses team? Am I tripping? This one is also a horses team, okay. I guess with these guys I didn't really farm that many mobs. And these guys are the melee team, yeah. Okay, good. Yes. Good, so everything is correct again. I will not log in tomorrow and be confused as to what I did yesterday, which is always nice. Nice, we got some breed marks. Did we get some cores? Yep, we got some cores as well. I think I'm close to 100 cores now. 63. Okay, so we need 37 more cores to get this upgrade going, which should take me roughly 1 more week, I believe. But I think at the end of the season I will go into Sivon first. I really like this habit. I think this is one of the best habits in the game, actually. Because there are currently very limited ways to buff the percentage chance of your commands to trigger, right? And the commands are obviously very, very important in this game. Because these are the dragon skills that matter the most, essentially, right, in the fights. So that's why I'm going down this route, and also the Crimson Stun. If you increase the chance to get a stun, this is always good, right? Like I said, I just need to get this guy to 5 stars, and then I will be satisfied. This is nice, but it's not something that I currently want to invest in. And it would be a 24% chance because Vega taunts, right? So he goes very well together with Vega. But like I said, 5 stars is fine. I get the stat increase that I need, and then I will finish a lot more of these like annoying draws. And my other 2 are already adult, which I'm very satisfied with. And like I said, this is the habit that I will invest in the first most likely, and then secondly, I will go for this one. This is very, very good, of course. Yeah. Vega 6 stars, actually, I'm not that impressed by it. I already mentioned it last week, so... Yeah, I mean... If you are a total Kraken, I guess it's fine, but yeah, I mean, for me, this is not really that useful. Of course, at 5 stars, at 5 it's useful, but... like 15% chance, that's not very good, right? This is something you could upgrade. Vega is pretty tanky anyway, so this is something that I won't do, or that I won't prioritize right now. And then, this is very good, of course, the Tactical Breach. And the Skyward Titan is also good, but we won't get there anytime soon. And then for Crimson, the only thing I'm going to upgrade is this one most likely, the fire damage reduction. because this will be a hard counter to Caraxes teams that are very wailed out. And I will, of course, invest in the stun later on, right? This is also not that bad, actually, but yeah. Recovery is still, received is still bugged, I think, so this is very good, right? You want to increase the chance to stun. You can get this to 50%, which is insane. So for him, I will just wait until I, you know, get to a stage where I finish the Sivon and Vega, the 2 skills that I showed. And then for the other team, Cyrex, the 6-star I will do. Caraxes, the second habit I will do. And Vaeldra, the 10-star I will do. Yeah. Good. Okay. Alright, so this was essentially the stream for today. I appreciate you showing up. I appreciate you following the content. And yeah, I'll see you guys next week. Like I said, next week I will probably have a little bit of a longer stream if I have time, with some more interesting content about PvP and PvE armies and siege armies. But yeah, for today we had the level 4 keep, and I think that's enough excitement for now. And yeah, I wish you all a good evening, a nice night. Enjoy your weekend, keep playing the game. And I hope you get all lucky with your hatchery pulls. And yeah, I'll see you guys next week. Good night.
Blind devotion, empty